My name is Philosophy. Well, the poetry scene in Long Beach is more of a scene of like, there's certain venues where everybody dresses nice, you come in, you may have a cocktail, you might have some great food, and then the poetry is performed. There's a few other venues that are open mic venues, but the places that you want to be that's the way they are in Long Beach. So it's a more classier event in Long Beach. I started on the Cal State Long Beach Slam team, coming up through the ranks there. I had an English class, and we were writing poems, and my teacher said, you have a slam style of poetry. I was like, I don't even know what that means. Am I getting an A in the class? And she says, I think they're gonna have tryouts for the slam team. Go down, sign up. I'm pretty sure with your style, they'll be very accepting of you. And I was like, I'll go ahead and try that. Went down, they were very accepting. And then at that point, I was so grateful that someone was listening to my work other than my mama. I've been my mom's biggest fan since I can remember, and I started writing poems, and she would say, "You're the best." All right, I'll go for it. I do remember this first poem.
Well, you don't have to spit
No,
it,
I remember it because it was in that moment I realized truly that I was a poet. Because before that, I was writing and how it was a good time and it wasn't really serious. But then in performing in competition, it changed me. In that moment, it changed me, and I knew that this was what God had for me to do. This was my gift, and it was my job to share this gift. Yeah. I had a #1 love poem in the nation when I was slamming for Cal State Long Beach, and what ended up happening was, we've been in relationships, all of us. Friendships, girlfriend, boyfriend, boyfriend, boyfriend. We've all been in relationships. And in these relationships, there's certain things that this person brings to our life. And the things that they bring to our life is what I did in writing the poem, And just thinking about how you'll never see her again because you guys broke up, but if you smell juniper breeze, or if you smell that almond roca lotion, you're like, where is she? And then, so those were the things that I wrote in the poem, the things that are left after, the fragments of a broken relationship. Man, if I was Michael Jackson's Thriller, I'd be touring all over the place. But basically what happens is everyone gets together, all of the coaches get together of the slam teams from New York to Cali to Miami, and they vote on a poem. And they say, there's maybe 15 love poems that made it to this upper echelon that may be judged. And at that point, they weed them out and say, this poem is the #1 love poem in the nation. And from that, I was blessed that they chose mine. I was like, really? Okay, again, it all goes back to, all the time, I'm just so humbled when people are interested in what I'm saying, because I'd be saying it on a corner somewhere, at an open mic somewhere, so to know that people are listening. Yeah, no, I'm just so excited that I have this opportunity to be in front of people and share my gift. It's just the greatest experience in the world to be doing this when I would be doing this at a friend's party. Hey, can you do that one poem I like? Of course. Why not? Let's do that poem, So I'm super excited to be here, and I love just being able to express myself through the talent. Oh, the kids. Because when I was growing up in North Long Beach, there wasn't a lot of English programs that were just geared towards poetry. There was a basketball team, there was a baseball team, and you could play youth sports, but there wasn't poetry. So what I did once I went to college and realized the difference that I could make through poetry, I said, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back, set some things up, and make sure the kids know that you can do poetry and be successful. You don't have to shoot hoops, you don't have to swing the bat, but you can slang words, and people will still see you in high regard because you're doing something positive. So once I had that opportunity, I was just so ecstatic to be able to just do that. and sit down with the kids and be like, today we're writing poems. You have 20 minutes of a time limit, write whatever you want, uncensored. I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to commend you on the positive work you're doing. So that is one of the things that's so dearest to my heart, like just being able to do this for the kids. The raw, uncut talent of children are remarkable because they don't have the sensory yet to turn off. Like, I'm gonna turn this, I don't think I should say that. Like, everything's like uncouth, you know what I mean? Everything's off the wall from, like, I felt like hitting somebody in the face, and I was like, okay, well, describe it better, and I wanna hear it, you know? So, the children, you give them a pad and a pen and say, these are your moments over to the side. I'm gonna call you up. If you don't feel like reading in front of the class, you don't have to. If you don't feel like reading it to me, you don't have to, as long as you're doing the work. Just do the work. And it's a way that they can express themselves and get all the hardships that they're going through in their normal lives, like off of their backs, so they can focus on other things like school and writing.